Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're brand new, welcome. I'm super glad to have you here. My name is Jessica and I make videos about luxury goods and the pre-loved market. Mostly I also do some lookbooks and workwear, and I also show most of that workwear on Instagram, so go ahead and follow me there at Chic Professor if you don't already, and it will also be linked down below. So today's video is the long-awaited, multi-requested video of my handbag collection. So I have mostly luxury bags, some designer bags, and then some no-name vintage bags. I will show all of them. It won't take too long to show the things that are not luxury. So it's mostly a luxury handbag collection. But I will start with totes, and then I have very few bags in between, big and small, and I will end with small crossbodies because I have mostly totes and small crossbodies. So without further ado, let's get started, and all information that I have will be linked down below, so go ahead and check that out. So I do want to quickly mention that this is my current collection. It's the middle of 2017. It is likely to change. It has certainly changed in the last few months. I'm very happy with it currently, so it probably won't change too much in the future, but I will do an updated handbag collection later on in the future. But I will get started with the ones that I use most often and sort of work to the ones in each sort of category that I use least often. So since it is summer, my most used bag right now is this Prada, the Prada Luxe Tote. So this is not the double because it doesn't have the double zipper at the top, which I did not want. I wanted an open tote, and I will link any reviews I have on any of these bags, which I have one on most of them. I will link that down below, so I won't go into too much detail here. But this is in Talco, which is a talcum powder, sort of off-white kind of color. It's got like a hint of a gray undertone, and I just really adore this color and have used it a ton this summer. So it's nice, big, and open. And this is the large size, and it is a great size for work. My next most used bag is this Ferragamo Becky or Double Ganchillo large tote. It is in the black Saffiano leather. I should have mentioned the bag before was also Saffiano leather, which I appreciate. It's a lot easier to sort of work with, especially with weather, which we get a lot here. So this bag I absolutely adore. It is probably my favorite bag and my most used bag, though I am really trying, as I'm wearing black right now, I'm really trying to not wear black in the summer because I wear it so much. So I'm trying to kind of use my other colors and navy and things that I tend to wear more in the summer. So I am wearing a black top right now, but I have been trying to use black bags a little bit less this summer, so this one hasn't really been used in a couple weeks, but it is still one of my absolute favorites. It's stuffed right now, but you can see there's two sort of pockets and then a big zip pocket which is open. I'll link the review down below so you can see more about it, but I love this bag. The next up is the Mulberry Bayswater in Oxblood. This is the typical grained leather. It's got a little thing right there. And I adore this color. You can use it with pretty much everything. Really love it, and this is a great bag. This is the classic Bayswater. So they have the new Bayswater and the zip Bayswater. I still absolutely love the classic. That is my favorite, and they seem to be making less of them and in less colors. So if you are interested, you can find it pre-loved, but if you're interested in buying it retail, I'd hop on that very soon. The next most used bag is probably this one, and I would say those three are the majority of the ones that I use, and then these are used less so. So this is the Ferragamo Suki tote. This is in, I believe, the new bisque. It's like a peachy kind of color. It also could be an older almond color, I think is what it was called. But this is a softer sort of calfskin tote. It doesn't have as much structure. It's not Saffiano or a grained leather. It's in pretty good shape. I do have a review on it, so I will link that down below. It is not my favorite in that it has nothing inside of it. It's just an open pit with a little, it's like the Neverfull. It has like a little pouch that comes with it. I don't really use that pouch. I don't find it practical to move things in and out of that pouch. I have my own pouches that I put in my bags. So I don't really super love that. It doesn't even have a place, you know, for your phone or your keys or anything. So it just becomes kind of a bottomless pit, and it's a little harder to get to things. But I do love the flap detail, and I like the hardware. And I just wish it was a little bit more structured and had a few more pockets inside. I do like the peachy color, but I don't tend to reach for it a huge amount now that I have that Prada tote. Okay, I'm going to say that this is my next most used, even though this is my newest bag, so I have only used it a couple times. but I think it would be my next most used if I'd had it for a little longer. So this is the Chelsea Tote Louis Vuitton in the Damier Ebene print. I didn't really do a review on it, but I just did a haul, Louis Vuitton haul, and I went into more detail there. So I will link that video down below. Even though it is not a review, that is the thing that we'll be talking about this bag a little bit more. And I haven't used it enough, honestly, to give a real review. So if you have any questions on it, let me know. But I do think I will use this when the weather gets rough, because I don't have to worry, you know, about the leather as much with that. So that is this one. Okay, so my last large tote is the Longchamp Le Pliage. This one is in the navy. I like the navy with the brown, and I like some of the pinks and reds and things with the brown, but I don't particularly like black and brown together. Actually, I really don't like black and brown together, so I don't love that one. This is also a big rainy day bag. I tend to use this when I travel, and when it is rainy, that's my most often time to use it. If you are in Europe or you're traveling to Europe, the best place to buy these is either the Paris or Amsterdam airport. I bought this from the Amsterdam airport, and it was like 85 US dollars, or I think it was like 85 euros, but at that point when we went on our honeymoon, it was basically 1-to-1. So it was an incredible price for these because they go high even on the pre-loved market. And I have used it quite a bit. It's stuffed with a pillow right now, but it is in generally good shape. So I do think they're useful bags to have, and I do suggest people get them. I just don't use it as often as I use other work totes. I don't find this as professional. So it's a little bit more of a casual getaway kind of bag. So I may have fibbed a little bit in the last one. I said that was my last tote. And honestly, this is kind of a medium one because it doesn't fit a folder as well as the other ones. If you're new to me and you couldn't tell by my Instagram handle, I am a professor. I'm an adjunct professor. And so I need things to hold folders and notebooks. That's what I bring to work every day. So this one doesn't do that super well. I mean, a folder does fit, but I can't close it at all with it. So this is the Rebecca Minkoff MAB tote, I believe the large, in pink. It's my favorite color. I do love the color of this, but I really don't reach for it often. In fact, I don't think I did at all last semester, maybe even for the last year. So I think I will sell this one. It's not in great shape because it does what all of these do. I mean, it's very typical for them to sort of break right here. It's certainly still usable. It doesn't make any difference to the handle, but it does do that. I think the inside's in good shape. I even still have like a tassel or something. Yeah, I have an extra tassel and like the Nordstrom card and stuff from this, but I really rarely use it because I don't love an open tote and I can't close it with folders. So that is this one. Not my favorite. Oh, it also has a big ink mark that I did do in class once. I don't know. Can you see it right here? That was nice. So I freaked out in my class. I was like, oh my gosh, I just got pen on my bag. And a couple of the ladies in the class were like, oh no. And a couple of guys were like, okay, so what? That was kind of funny. But that is what happened with that one. So that's this bag. And that is one that will probably be leaving my collection pretty soon. So the next one in sort of the medium bags, I mean that one's kind of really large on the medium scale and this is smaller on the medium scale, is this brown Prada bag. It's got these straps. Honestly, this is the first thing I bought from Fashion File. I bought it from the outlet for a very good price. I was really excited about it because I think that the leather is really beautiful. It's a nice smooth calf brown leather. You open it up like this and it is, oh, there you go. That is what the inside looks like. So it's kind of a plain bag. I actually have never used it. I've had it for a couple years, and when I bought it and I opened it up, I unboxed it or whatever, I was like, okay, this is an older version of me bag. I think I will love this bag later on in life, so I haven't sold it. It's sort of a present to my middle-aged self, I think, because that's when I think I would use this, because I think it's very classy and pretty. It's just not my style currently, so that is this one. Okay, so we are moving on to smaller bags. This one is actually not that much smaller than that Prada one that I just showed you. This is a Gucci vintage canvas kind of Jackie style bag, and it has this longer strap. But I absolutely adore this. I think this is so sweet. I bought it on our honeymoon in Florence at this little vintage shop, and I just love it. So it's a nice shape. Opens like this. It's got stuff in it, but it's a very cute little bag. It's not a crossbody, so it is a little bit bigger, which is why I'm showing you this one first, but then I will kind of go in size order, or actually, you know what, I'm going to show you the ones I use the least next, and then I will go into the more used smaller bags. Okay, so the next two bags are both evening bags that are not luxury or designer. This one is from Neiman Marcus, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's like an old Neiman Marcus. I think it's cardboard and lace. I bought it for very little money, just kind of as a costume piece to match this event. It was a Titanic theme. Anyway, it was this whole thing. So I needed a little silver bag at that point. So this is what I bought, silver and black bag. And you can take the strap and you can undo it if you'd like. So if you want it just as a clutch or as a strap. But that is this little bag, and I just thought, I'll just keep it. Why not? It doesn't take up much room. And then the next one is this beautiful vintage bag. This was my grandmother's. The little strings that hold it on always break off when I use it though, so I do have to get that fixed. And then you open it up with this clasp, and made in Italy. It's this little silk sort of lining and fabric bag. So this one I just find really beautiful, and it's my grandmother's, so I can get rid of it, and I kind of love it. I don't use it very often because I don't have occasions that are this formal most of the time, but this is another little one in my collection. Okay, so to switch gears quite a bit, I have this Kate Spade. I want to say it's the Newbury Lane Sally bag. It's a Saffiano leather, pink. I love pink. I have been actively trying to replace this for a while. I've been looking for a bright pink crossbody bag. I don't love this one. It doesn't hold much. It's kind of a weird shape for me because it's too skinny and wide. So it's wider than I need. It does have a nice long crossbody strap that you can use. So, you know, actually, if anybody wanted this, I would sell this now even before I replace it, because I haven't reached for it even once so far this spring summer season. But that is this cute little one, and it's a nice one for like traveling or something because it's very carefree with the Saffiano leather, and I do really like the little pop of color. So it's a cute bag. It's just not one that I reach for very often. So the next least used bag is not for lack of love. This is my Chanel Vintage Mini. Absolutely adore it. I just don't use it because I don't go to that many fancy events and occasions. So I do really love it though. It's stuffed right now, but you know, it's got the lining, and I have a whole review on this one. I will link it down below, and I actually, you know what, I actually think I'll link both because I give a little bit more description of it when I compare it to the classic vintage flap that I had, which I've now sold. But this one I absolutely adore. I just don't wear it often because I don't have the occasion to do so. Okay, so the next bag that I use least is, I actually do use this one quite often, especially around the holidays. It's the red Mulberry Bayswater clutch. So it's been discontinued, but it's pretty similar to the current Darley, which I have been looking to add into my collection, I think. So it's got silver hardware, nice plate here, and then it's very much like a typical wallet on chain with the pocket here, the zip pocket. It's got another pocket back there, and then the card slot. So it's very similar to the current Darley. You can take these out if you want to use it as a clutch, and then it has this little pocket on the back. So that is the Bayswater clutch, and I will link the video to that one down below. And I like the red color. I don't reach for it as often as I reach for the next two bags, but I do really like this bag. Okay, so now for my most used small bag, small crossbody. It's these, the Ferragamo Miss Vera mini bag, or the Ferragamo small Vera, or just the mini bag. There's so many different names for it, but it's this bag, which you can see all over the place right now. All the department stores have it. They have it at Ferragamo. They have it on the pre-loved market. It's kind of everywhere. So I have it in white and black. The white is more of like an off-white. I've used it pretty much all summer long. It's kind of my go-to. I love it. And then the black I use in the summer too. I'm using it right now. It's currently got stuff in it. But I am thinking about replacing this one potentially with another black bag, just because I don't need two of the same. I love them, but I'm definitely not going to get rid of the white because I use it all the time. The black was, if you saw the video comparing all the different Ferragamo sizes and bags and things, you'll see that the bag that I had before this one was the quilted Miss Vera in gray, but I traded that with Grace and her handbag, and she had this one. So I use this one more. I use the Saffiano. I really like this bag, and she likes the quilted a little bit more, but I think that there's a possibility I will replace this one with another black bag later on. But that's these, and I will link the video comparing these and the other Ferragamo bags down below. So that's it. That is my entire collection currently. I'm not including travel bags here or SLG, some of which can be used as bags. If you'd like to see those in a different video, I'm happy to include them. I have a couple of bags that I use as like my carry-on, so they're kind of purses, but I really just use them as travel bags. So I can do that in a separate video if you would like, but thank you so much for watching. If you did like, please give it a like and subscribe to see more videos. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have a request for any videos, and I will let you see, you know, the other bags that I get in my future, and also let you know if I'm planning on selling any. Right now it's just the couple that I mentioned in the video. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.